Hello everyone, I'm Chef Sumit Samadhan, and in today's class we are going to learn about British cuisine. We are going to learn one basic soup which is a prawn chowder we are going to prepare. So chowder is a soup which was been brought by the British people to America, but nowadays it's more popular in US. So this is actually the soup which was being brought by the Englishmen when they came to United States of America. So there are many variations of it. We are going to prepare a prawn chowder, which is basically a kind of soup which is thickened with potato. It's a potato puree soup finished with cream, and along with that we are going to prepare a very popular dish which is served as a main course or even as a starter also in Britain, which is called fish and chips. So there are beer batter fish, and then there are crumbed fish. So we are going to prepare today the crumbed fish which we are going to fry, and along with that, always the fried fish we serve tartar sauce, and we are going to prepare a mayonnaise, and from mayonnaise we are going to prepare a tartar sauce which is a derivative of mayonnaise with addition of certain other ingredients. And so we are going to carry on with this. Okay, so first for the misa, for the preparation of the chowder, and along with the chips, as in popularly in England it is being called as chips, which is basically the French fries. Okay, so we need potatoes for both the things, for the soup and for soup and for the preparation of the fish and chips. So I've taken one piece of large potato which I'm going to peel over here. So we have all eaten a French fry, I suppose. So French fries, if you go abroad, in Western countries mostly, I'm talking about, you will see that they have a trend of calling it as chips, more because this has come from the British cuisine, where in England they call it as chips, which is the French fries. And traditionally these are all handmade, which have been cut from the potatoes. So this involves some of the basic cooking skills, which is like deep frying, basic skills of preparation of soup, which is a classification of soup. We have studied about cream, bisque, chowder, thin, thick soup. So we are going to prepare a chowder, and also involved in learning the preparation of a basic mother sauce, which is a mayonnaise, from that derivative of it, which is a tartar sauce. In the previous class we have prepared bechamel sauce when we prepared crème d'épinards, which is the crème d'épinards, which is the spinach soup. So I peeled it. Now what I am going to do is I am going to cut it into half. So one half of this I am going to just roughly dice it, okay, because that will be used for the soup, which will be cooked and then it will be made into a puree. So I am just going to roughly chop it. So the smaller you actually cut, the faster it will get cooked. So I'm just going to roughly cut it into small dices. Put it in water, so it will turn black. When it's black, then the color of the soup also is going to change. And with this one, we are going to cut into French fries shape. So what I am going to do is take this, cut one slice like this, hold it like a claw, and cut one more like this, and then trim it. We are not going to throw this, we are going to use it for our chowder preparation. And then I'm going to cut it as French fries, the traditional handmade cut, and cut of French fries. Same goes from this one also. Same from this one. So we have got our French fries over here. Okay. So which we are going to later on blanch, and then we are going to deep fry. Okay. So that is the first pizza is done. Now the next thing what we are going to do is just transfer the French fries into a separate bowl. And put some water from here to here so that the excess starch goes away and we get a nice good French fry. Next thing what we are going to do is we are going to do the mise for our soup. For that we need an onion, take half of this onion, I'm going to take half of this onion, I'm going to chop this. Same goes with this one. So with this, take few cloves of garlic, few cloves of garlic. I'm going to smash it. So basically it's a very easy to prepare soup. Okay, not much of it is things are being required for this. So I've chopped onions, okay, chop the few cloves of garlic. Now we are going to do processing of the prawn which we have got over here. So this is a prawn which we have got. So we are going to use this for the preparation of our prawn chowder. So I'll show you what to do. First we need to take out the tentacles. The legs which it has got and the tentacles we are going to trim it off. Now these legs which we have got over here, yes. Now gently we are going to peel it. Okay, I'm just trying to retain the this part, the shell part, for the garnishing purpose. So I'm just trying to pull it off carefully. Okay, I'm just going to try to retain the shell part, and then there is a black vein which goes from here, which needs to be removed. So just give a small slit over here, and with the tip of the knife we take it off. Take off the vein and cut it from this. Okay, so this will go as our garnish. So this will be retained, because this is going to impart flavor in the soup, the prawn flavor, and we have got the flesh which we are going to chop it and will be used along with the potato. It will be pureed along with the potato. So I'm just going to just roughly chop it, keep it over here. So that's a basic measure for the soup is done. Now what we are going to do is we are going to do the marination for the fish and chips. So it needs to be marinated for at least half an hour. So I've got a beautiful bhetki fillet over here, out of which I'm going to prepare the crumbed fish. So I'm going to shape it up properly first. So it has to be T-boned. So already I have taken out the fillet. On the sides there are some bones which are going to take it off. This, after removing the bones, you can use it again for making fish balls or koftas, fish koftas and all. And now what we are going to do is we are going to cut it, okay, in proper shape. So as we are serving it as a main course, so we are going to cut it like this. So I've got one diamond shape like this. I've got a second one, same I'm going to do with this one also. And now we have got this two pieces. I'm going to marinate this. Okay, and just keep it over here. So very simple marination we need. We need lemon juice, so 1/4 of a lemon. Just going to take off the seeds and squeeze the juice all over. Sprinkle some salt. and some white pepper powder. Along with that, got some parsley. I'm going to chop. Add this, then massage both the sides of the fish with the salt, lemon juice and parsley. And this also is done. Okay, so now all the misas are being done. We are going to start off with the cooking. So I'm going to start off with the soup first. Okay, so the soup, I have placed a pan on the fire. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter, and then so I place the butter over here, 2 tablespoons of butter. So I'll add small amount of olive oil so that the butter doesn't drizzle away or doesn't get burnt. So once the butter has melted, what we are going to do is going to add the onion. Okay, the chopped onion. To make sure that the butter does not get brown in color, so otherwise the color of the soup will change. So sprinkle some salt so that the onion cooks a little bit faster. So when it starts to become soft, I'm going to add the chopped garlic into this. So all these have started to sweat. Now I'm going to add the prawns, the chopped ones and the head part also, and shell with the flesh. It's going to get cooked slowly. While that is happening, I'm going to get ready with some water. So optionally at this stage you can add white wine into this, always a white wine if you are adding, but it is optional, as I said, you can avoid it also. going to place the head like this, so that all the flavors goes from here. So we'll allow it to cook. While till that time I'll do some other mise en place. So gently I am going to take out the shell. So at this stage, take out this shell, and I am going to add the potatoes which we have kept for our salad. To give it a nice toss, I'm going to again season it with some salt. Some pepper powder, and we are going to take out and we are going to add the water into this and allow this potato to get cooked completely. Okay, so once this get cooked, we are going to mash it into a fine paste, which we are going to use for the preparation of our chowder. So this is going to take some while. So at that time I have placed some water over here to blanch the potatoes which we have taken out for our French fries. Okay, so for our French fries we need to blanch the potato. That means we need to cook it for 50 minutes. Okay, so for 50% till 50% is done. So I'm going to add this French fry potatoes over here in the boiling water. And allow it to get cooked. Now, the next thing what we are going to do is so now while the potatoes are blanching and for the chowder, these potatoes and the prawns are getting cooked over here. What we are going to do now, we are going to start preparing our crumb fried fish and for the fish and chips. So our fish has been marinated for almost half an hour. So we are going to drain out the excess moisture, and for the crumbing process what we are going to need is we are going to need some flour. Okay, in this we are going to place 2 pieces of whole eggs. So the first one and the second one, 2 pieces of whole eggs, and into this we have to add breadcrumbs. So if the breadcrumbs are not so fine, you are going to strain it and we are going to add the breadcrumbs so that we get the fine breadcrumbs, as you can see. So I've got the breadcrumbs over here. Now at each and every step this has to be seasoned. Okay, otherwise our fish is not going to be seasoned properly. So the flour, I'm going to add some salt, eggs I'm going to add some salt, and even in the breadcrumbs I'm also going to add some salt. So once I've done that, add some white pepper powder, and some again white pepper powder. Okay, and then going to mix all this together. So we're going to mix the breadcrumb with the seasoning properly. And then we're going to mix the salt and pepper with the flour over here. Last but not the least, we are going to mix it with the egg mixture also. So we're going to beat it a little bit so that the egg white and the egg yolk mixes up nicely. So now when this is done, in between what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the prawn head because this has cooked already, and allow it to get cooked. I'll have a quick check on the potatoes which we have added for blanching. It is 50% done. Yes, it is done also, and we are going to take this out. Okay, cool it down. So this is done. This is going to get cooked. Okay. So now what we are going to do? So our potatoes are being done. This is getting cooked now. We are going to do the crumbing of it. Okay. So doing the crumbing, we have first. So I have placed it in a sequence so that it's easy for all of you to understand and to see how it is done. The first one is flour, then it's egg yolk, and whole egg which is beaten, and then it's a breadcrumb. So what we are going to do is dust it in flour. So we'll take the marinated fish fillet, we'll just dust it in flour like this. Okay, tap off the excess flour which is there, put it in the put it in the egg mixture. Okay, remove it from here and put it in the breadcrumb. Now once you have put it in the breadcrumb, we are going to add the breadcrumb nicely into this. And then, so one piece is done over here. Same we are going to do with the second one also. We will take it from here, tap it with some flour, put it in the egg mixture, and then put it back into the breadcrumb. So once this is done, so this is also ready. So our fish is ready to go for frying. Now we will prepare the mayonnaise and then we will prepare the tartar. Okay. Now that our fish is done, what we are going to do, we are going to get ready with the potatoes which we have done. So we are going to add some seasoning, because at this stage if we add some salt, it's going to penetrate inside. and then we are going to dust it in some flour. Okay, so this is going to give the crunch or the crispiness to it. Just light dusting, not that you have to coat it in flour. So just slightly dusted in flour. And then this is also ready. So the next thing what we are going to prepare is the mayonnaise. Okay, so I will show you how to prepare the mayonnaise now, and then we are going to prepare. Okay, so for preparation of the mayonnaise, what we need is 2 pieces of egg yolk, so use this one to take off the white. So 1 piece of egg yolk is gone. Same goes with the other one. So the second piece of egg yolk, and then we are going to add the rest of the things. So in this, I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of mustard, you add salt, pinch of white pepper powder, and then this is an emulsified cold sauce, so we have to add olive oil. So first we are going to mix this properly, and then we are going to add the olive oil into this. So first we are going to mix this, and same like when we prepare the hollandaise sauce, we have emulsified. So slowly and gradually we need to, by drop, we need to add the olive oil. So approximately 175 ml of olive oil will go, but as you can see I am adding like this. So like this only you have to keep on adding, otherwise it's going to get curdled. So 2 pieces of egg yolk is going to take approximately 150 ml of olive oil. So slowly, as you can see, it is getting emulsified. Keep on whisking it till it comes to a stiff peak, and then because there is a cold sauce, once it is done, we are going to show you how it is going to look like, and then we are going to put it in the fridge. The last bit of oil we are going to add. And this I will do the addition of the potatoes. It's almost done. I'm just going to mash it lightly over here in the pan itself. So another 2 minutes it will be done. As you can see, mayonnaise is ready. So now that our mayonnaise is ready, so mayonnaise, if you know that how it is done or not, you need to see if it comes on a stiff peak like this, or you can check like this. If it doesn't fall, then you can turn it and you can see if it doesn't fall like this, then it is done. Now what we are going to do is we are going to take it out from the pan, potato mixture. We will allow it to cool down before we go and we blend it and make a fine paste of this. Now the mayonnaise is done. What we need to do is change it into a tartar sauce. So it's a derivative sauce, as I said. So we are going to add certain ingredients into this. So what are the ingredients which will go to complete this one is lemon juice, instead of that you can add vinegar also if you don't have lemon juice, or you can add vinegar, doesn't matter, anything which has citric acid into it or which has acetic acid into it can go into this. Along with that we are going to add capers. Along with that we are going to add some capers. Capers are actually berries which has a tartness into it. So we are going to take 3 or 4 pieces of it. So we are going to chop it. So we're going to add the capers, and then we're going to add pickled cucumbers, which are being called as gherkins. So these are pickled cucumbers, which is called gherkins. So I'm going to add a small piece of this. Fish and chips. So with that we are going to add some finely chopped gherkins. And last but not the least, some chopped parsley. Now mix all of this together. And this goes inside the fridge till the time we do the service, because it is served cold. Okay, so I made the puree for the chowder. Now we are going to finish up the soup, and then we are going to start our tartar sauce is ready. We are going to, after this we are going to start frying the fish and the chips along with this. So we are going to light up the flame, and the potato and prawn chowder mixture we are going to add it over here. final seasoning will go into this. And white pepper powder. To add. So the final thing what we need at the time of finishing is some cream, which I'm going to add later on. But first let's mix everything together, give it a, let it come to a nice boil. Just going to throw these two things required. Started to come to a simmer. Now what we are going to do is finish it. So we're going to add cream into this. This is always finished with loads of cream. It gives a nice smoothness and consistency to the soup. Since it has come to the right consistency, this is done, and we are going to do the presentation of the soup. এই মাছটা ছেড়ে দিয়েছে দেখে কি কতটা পড়া পারে
ওই উড়েই আসছে
না না স্কুটারে করে আসে
ও সে বাড়ি করে না
হ্যাঁ
তাও 1 টাকা পে করতে হয় না
আপনার অনেক তো একদিনে 100 টাকা পে করতে
আপনার 100 টাকা হয়ে যায় যাওয়ার সময় কত দিন আছে শিয়ালদা যাবে
কি ট্রেনে গেলে বল
না ওই স্কুলে
না শিয়ালদা নেই
আমাদের চিড়িয়াখানা মধ্যে ঢুকেছি দমদম স্টেশন হয়ে চলে
হ্যাঁ পাইপাড়া আজিমপুর গলা দিয়ে গিয়ে তোমার বামুন হয়ে
আচ্ছা দমদম হয়ে যায় লেকটাও একটু হয়ে যায় বাবু কি স্টেশন করে দিতে
হ্যাঁ
ওই দিক দিয়ে শর্ট হয় না শিয়ালদা থেকে গেলে শর্ট
শিয়ালদাতে ওই দিক দিয়ে শিয়ালদা দিয়ে গেলে
আমাদের এই মধ্যগ্রামের সাইড দিয়ে গেলে তোমার সুবিধা আছে
কোন দিকে
মধ্যগ্রামের বিরাটি সামনে দিয়ে
রাস্তাতে ছিল না আমাকে ইয়ে করেছিল একবার একটা কি রাস্তা দেখিয়ে দেবো বললো বুঝছি স্যার তারপর তো তোমার বাবা আমরা বসে আছে তো বলেছিল সেটা হয়নি
কথা বেশি বলে
কথা বলছি তো অসুবিধা নেই ভালো
ও একা তিনটে কিছুর উপরে কিছু মাল দিয়ে দিয়ে দেবে ছেলে ছেলে মাকে ছুটছে
রঞ্জন তো সিনেমা আর্টিস্ট
দেখিয়ে যাওয়াকে তোমার না
ও বাবা আমাকে একদিন যে এখানে বসেছে গল্প হেরিয়েই যাচ্ছে সারাদিন তো জানি না তোমার গল্প আছে এই যে আমি রান্না করে সব করে বাড়ি যাই কথা বলা সব উঠিয়ে যাচ্ছি তোমার গল্প শুনছি আর আপনার মোবাইলে ইউটিউব আছে জানেন না ইউটিউবে দেখুন কি একটা নাম হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ বলে ওই যে ওই ছেলে গাড়ি কিনতে আমি এই সব এখানে তুমি কি করতে বলে এখন লকডাউন দিয়েছি চলো চলে যাবো
ওই সাইকেলে করে
হ্যাঁ আমি জানতাম বাড়িতে গিয়ে আমার বলতে বাবা জেনে যেটা রান্না করছে সিনেমা শুটিং করছে কি করছে বলে যাচ্ছে
সঙ্গে সাহেবের বাড়ি ক্রিয়া রাখি চার জায়গায় নিয়ে গেলে চল আমি গেছি যে মাটি ওই গাড়ি নিয়ে গেছিল ওর কিনে না হেট আছে না হিন্দিসের টেকনিক করে রাখতে তো আমরা বলছি নাও হচ্ছে বলুন সেই 3:30টার সময় আমার কাছে কালী পুজোর আগে করতে পাইছে কেউ ছিল না তুমি একটা কেউ পাই
কি করতে গেছিল দিওয়ালি
দিওয়ালি গিফট ওদের তো ভিআইপি গিফট থাকে আলাদা হোটেলে যেগুলো গেছে ওগুলো না আলাদা তৈরি করা মাল এসে প্যাকেট করা প্যাকেট ওটার মধ্যে আরো অনেক রকম থাকে কাজু ক্যান্ডি ক্যান্ডি
এটার মধ্যে তো
এটা তো চারটে রকম ছিল কাজু কিশমিশ পেস্তা আলাদা
হ্যাঁ
আমরা তো প্রচুর খেয়েছি করছি আর খাচ্ছি মার খায়ের উপরে মার করে ফেলা সস্তা সস্তা ডালছে
ওই প্যাকেট গুলো
প্যাকেট জামা পরানো 10 জন মিলে 8 থেকে ক্লাস শেষ হয়ে গেছে 2700 করে চারটে আইটেম ছিল ইসমি 2700 কাজু 2700 পেস্তা 2700 পেস্তা এতে কষ্ট ওই ভাঙা চুলা করে তো নুন হয়ে যাবে টেনশন পানি মারি
हाँ तुम्हें हाँ एक क्रीम टा लेके दियो फ्रिजर में तो वाला चाव हो जाएगा क्रीम टा और बटर टा একটা বাটি দেখেন না মাছ ভেজে এটা করলেই হয়ে যাবে Both the fishes, allow it to get it fried till it is golden brown in color. This will be served along with the French fries. After we have taken out the fish, we are going to add the chips into the oil. This one is done. We wait for the second one to get over. As you can see, it's hot and crunchy. So that's the way it's supposed to be. Second piece is also done. Now we are going to add the chips in the oil. This has been blanched, so this is not going to take much time. So only a minute only it will take, not more than that. Get a nice crispy golden color, and immediately we are going to sprinkle some seasoning onto it, and this is going to be ready to be served. So our chips is also ready to go, and now we are done for this, and I'm going to come up with the presentation of this. So today we have learned how to, in British cuisine, how to prepare a prawn chowder, and along with that we have learned how to prepare fish and chips with tartar sauce. I will show the presentation, and the next class we are going to learn another new cuisine. Thank you so much.